Hello world, welcome back to Agile on the Trail. I'm your host, Ken. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2003, and I'm back down here at the Lake Hope area to hike the Selinde Backpack Trail, at least what I have known it to be the Selinde Backpack Trail for the last 30 odd years. However, last October, I believe, talking to a park ranger the other day, they renamed it as a memorial trail to a young lady who had lost her life working last year or the year prior in the Forestry Service here in Ohio. And I believe how you pronounce her name is Selinde. Not 100% sure on that. I'm infamous for butchering names for those who know me. So anyways, I noticed the Selinde Backpack Trail, and it's in 3 major loops. The lower loop has 2 campsites on it and is about 9.9 miles. However, with the from this location here, which is the, let's see here, where am I at? The Hope Schoolhouse location. It tacks on some extra miles to get onto the trail and off the trail. So today I'm planning on doing about 12.7 miles hike. And usually I don't go off from this trailhead. I usually am over by the Hope Furnace trailhead, which has a much shorter connection on it. But I wanted to clock in a little extra mile and get a little bit more of a workout today. Anyways, over here is the schoolhouse. Again, back here is information center and sign in. And they even have this open field right here and that sign right there. Helicopter emergency landing area. I've never seen it in use, but yeah. And that's my car back there. Anyways, so today's agenda is to hike the lower loop of the Selinde Backpack Trail, or the Selinde Backpack Trail. 12.7 miles. And it is starting off to be, it's about 32 degrees right now. So it's a little cool. So I'm going to get my backpack on and get on the trail. Come join me. Hey, I'm 20 minutes into the hike, and right off the bat, they had me hike up a pretty steep hill here in Hocking Hills. Enough that I took off my puffy. I'm down to just my wicking layer, my base layer, my little hoodie here, although I do have this on top already. But yeah, it's still just above freezing, and I'm just wearing a very thin shirt. That's what happens when you go out hiking and you start moving. Your body starts warming up, and most importantly, I don't want to be over sweating or getting too wet here from sweat because I'm a big heavy guy. So yeah, 20 minutes into the hike, I've already stripped off my puffy coat. Going to be hiking that way to get onto the lower loop of the Selinde Backpack Trail, or the Selinde Backpack Trail. And a little fun note, I'm at the top of the ridge here, and somebody lost, looks like something of a wool or flannel long sleeve shirt. Checked it out. It's pretty tore up. Animals got into it and chewed a whole bunch of holes in it and stuff. So I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to pack it out. I might when I come back this way at the end of the day. But yeah, thanks for checking in, and enjoy the pictures and enjoy the show. Hey, welcome back. Anyways, I am at the first campsite on the Selinde Backpack Trail. 2.7 miles into my hike, just a little over an hour. I got a pretty good sweat on, but as soon as I stopped here, just getting some hydration, and there's a water source here that I can tap into, which I'll top off my water. First thing I did, put on the puffy so I don't get cold, because I am sweating a bit. I'm pushing myself today, trying to see how fast I can go in these hills after basically a month of just, accelerated backpacking. Anyhow, I'll check in at the next campsite, which is 4.3 miles away. So in a couple of hours. Anyhow, enjoy the scenery. I know there's an overlook and a lake that I'll be passing by, and a lot of ridge work as well that I'll be hiking across. All right, see ya. Hey, as promised, we are at interest point C on the Selinde Backpack Trail, the Selinde Backpack Trail. We're on the lower loop, and here is the overlook right behind me. And somewhere back there, if you know anything about the Hocking Hills area, specifically around Lake Hope, there is something called the Moonville Tunnel. Old abandoned railroad tunnel, supposedly haunted. I hiked there once, and it's not that special, but hey, it's a point of interest and something to do. And it's free. Anywho, I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water and continue the hike. I've been on this ridgeline for a little bit. I think next up is hiking down into a little bit of a valley and then by the lake that I mentioned earlier. All right, time to get to it. And here we are. It's just a lake, small lake, but nonetheless, just kind of like a point of interest along the trail. I'll be hiking over to that road over there, along this shoreline. And then there's a pretty decent climb back up onto the ridge. Top of that ridge, before I start the ridge work, I will prepare my cold soaked meal for the campsite that's about 2 miles away. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Well, I'm at the ridge line here going to the second campsite, and it's time to prepare my cold soaked meal. So what I have here just in a jar is some couscous, dehydrated refried beans, and some dehydrated vegetable soup, all mixed up. So basically, to cold soak, it's exactly what you think it is. Sorry for the shaky camera, I have to work with just one hand. Is you put it in this jar, you add water. Now typically you want to add just like right above the line right here, but knowing I've done this a couple of times and I like to extra hydrate a little bit, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, and that should be fine. And what that's going to do is over the course of like the next half hour before I get to camp, everything's going to rehydrate in this container that is now sealed tight. Make sure it's on tight. Yep. Give it a good stir. So that will rehydrate, take up the whole space. And then what I have down here is some crunched up Fritos and some tortilla shells down there in my food bag. And yeah, I'm just gonna have some cold refried bean burritos for lunch. All right, well, I'm gonna snack on some walnuts now, get hydrated, and then get moving on. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Well, I hope you liked what I consider the cold soak camp burrito. The pictures I just showed you was basically the ingredients and how I put them together. The little jar that you saw, I think in the upper maybe right hand corner, that's olive oil. So a little hiker's cheat to get a little extra calorie boost into the meal. So I had 2 burritos. They were quite tasty. They were cold, but they were quite tasty still. A little crunchy with the crunched up Fritos and everything else. I'm doing good. 7 miles into the 12.7 mile hike, according to the map. I am getting a little chilled because I've just been here for 20 minutes and my metabolism is beginning to drop, and hence the reason why I put the puffy back on. But I'm at the campsite here. I'm wrapping things up here, and I'm going to continue hiking the trail. Nothing particularly spectacular Upcoming, you might see some trail shots and stuff. Switchback Trail is a little bit scenic, but really it's just a lot of gray overcast and kind of a drab forest today, but still going to be a good day to hike. They do have a comment box back here. I'm going to write a little diddly in there, and hopefully maybe, you know, somebody else will see it. I already perused it earlier when I was eating. There's some good comments in there. Love to see the people come through and hike and enjoy this place as much as I do. All right, I'll see you on the trail. And sometimes, even though it's a well-maintained trail for the most part, sometimes you're simply walking downhill in a little stream bed. It's a little slick. There's some water here, kind of muddy. Gets a little steeper and steeper. But just wanted to show y'all that hiking the trail sometimes isn't just all about running the ridge lines and hiking up and down, you know, well-maintained paths. Sometimes they have you going a little off-roading. All right, I'm gonna get back to it before I slip on my butt. So this is a little interesting. So I'm hiking up this little gully here, and as you can see, this tree right here is going to make it a little interesting to get through. Not bad, but what I find interesting is it fell down over there, and sorry for the zoom in fast, but as you can see, that tree, a second tree, and even a third tree all pretty much fell down at the same time because the ground gave away all at the same time. So that's one tree, that's two, and there's three. Just the biggest one fell right onto the path. Let's not fall down. There's the road. Going that way is where my car is at, but we're still a good 2 miles, 3 miles, 2.5, about 2.5 away. And that's about a, I'll say 40-foot fall right there. All right, time to continue hiking. Well, 7 hours and 10 minutes later, I'm back at the car and did 12.7 miles. Towards the end, my knees were a little suspect, which I kind of figured was going to happen. I knew my knees were always a little sus, especially going downhill and stuff, which is why I'm out here hiking on a daily basis to help strengthen them up, hopefully lose a little weight as well along the way, to help mitigate any damage to my knees, because that is going to be probably my biggest fear while hiking the Appalachian Trail this year, is my knees, injuring my knees to the point where I can't continue. Anywho, want to also go into a special little segment here called Hiker Trash. Let's see if I can flip the camera around. Nope. All right. Next clip. Hiker trash. So this is all the trash I picked up along the way. So, water bottle, stuck in a tree, tab off of some, you know, thing, whatever. A nail that was barely stuck into a tree. I don't know what they were trying to hang. That was at the campsite that I ate the burritos at. Twix wrapper. This caught my eye. It's Mylar, and it looks like maybe part of a balloon or some sort of, you know, birthday, you know, decoration, whatever. But it was washed out in a stream just below a trail that I was hiking, and so I decided to go and grab it because it just grabbed your attention. It was just so out of place. And then the shirt. So this is the first thing I saw on the trail, which was right on top of the hill that I hiked up first to get onto the trail. And while hiking out, I picked the shirt up not even like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, hiker trash. This is all the trash I'm taking out off of the trail that others had left on the trail. Yay, other hikers. Be better. Hey, I was going to do some bonus content. There's a side trail down here at Lake Hope Furnace trailhead for the trail I just did. And it's like 1.5 miles. And I was going to slack pack it, basically not take the backpack. And then I was going over to the information board and they updated the mileage of that trail. And it's getting pretty late in the day. My knees were a little concerned at the end of the trail there a little bit ago. So I think I'm gonna save my knees a little bit, not do the extra trail that I have never done before. There's a theme here. Anyways, trying to get out of my comfort zone. I do have to get up early in the morning. I do have my hiking partner for the other channel. Yes, I do have another channel. I am not doing the AT alone. I am doing it with a friend of mine. His name's Phil. We have a channel called Two Fools to Follow. It's TWO, Fools, FOOLS, 2, TO, Follow, FOLLWOOW. Butchered it at the end there, sorry. Anyways, that is the other channel, Two Fools to Follow. He came up with the name of it. I like it because, you know, we're doing the Appalachian Trail here. Wait for the car to pass, okay? Doing the Appalachian Trail in April. So he came up with the name of it. On that channel, it's going to be a little bit more informal. It's going to be him and I goofing off and doing things, and you're going to see that as well. Anyways, I hope you liked today's video. I'll talk to you later.